I was able to ask Tom Hougaard a question about trading at his event in Bangkok earlier this year, which luckily I just happened to be traveling the same time he had the event, so I had to like reschedule things to make sure I could go see him. One of the questions I asked was how long it took him before he started to see consistent profits. That's the question all of us have in our minds when we get into trading. How long should it take? Or how long should I expect it to take? You see different answers online. Some people say, oh, it took me a year. Some people say less than a year. I mean, I doubt that's going to be true for most of you. The average you'll see is like 3 to 4 years. I'm on year 7 right now. And just to answer your question straight to the point, his answer was 3 to 4 years as well. But the deep answer to that question, Tom said, is that he never really thinks of it like that. He's always pushing himself, he's always putting in work behind the scenes to basically make sure that he's like able to maintain this high value skill, to be able to be a good trader who consistently makes money even after big drawdowns, even after market changes, crashes, whatever. And hopefully my dog doesn't start whining here. He just finished his food. Because when I did ask him that question, he was actually in a pretty big drawdown and he was open about it, which is why I respect him. But he said, like, yeah, like, he doesn't like it. And this is something he goes through. And to him, he's never like, oh, I made it. I'm consistently profitable. I never have to worry about anything ever again. And he gave the analogy of someone who wants to quit smoking, which is something he did. He said that basically the day that he decided to quit smoking, he was no longer a smoker. It was a mindset shift that from this day on, I'm not a smoker. If someone asks me, hey, do you smoke? Nope. And while it felt weird to him, like obviously the next couple of days, weeks, months probably, to not smoke or to not like go outside, he was no longer a smoker from that day on, which I think is very important to note because myself, and I'm sure a lot of you, are constantly worrying about like, when am I gonna have my breakthrough moment? When am I gonna finally everything click and I just make thousands of dollars and blow up? It might be like that for some, but I don't think that's really accurate. I think it's more so just about focusing on the process, doing the work. And as long as you're doing the work and as long as, it's aligned with your goals, your future, as long as you're not freaking hating life and making everyone around you hate you because you're like only trading and not doing anything else and like cutting people off and just, being toxic, I don't think that's what you need to do. But it's more so just in your mind, be like, okay, I am a consistently profitable trader. I'm putting in the work every single day. I know I have what it takes. I'm faithful. I can do this. It's going to happen. Tom also mentioned like patience and that you shouldn't push so much freaking emphasis and thought on like, am I going to be consistently successful or when should it happen or it has to happen within this time period because that's what I did. It didn't work out. It just put more pressure on me. So I think it's really just asking yourself, is this something I want to do? Whether or not I make money from it, am I willing to do it for at least twice as long as I think it's gonna take? If you if you think you won't be able to do it for a year, I would say don't even start. But realistically, yeah, like 3 to 4 years. It was around 3 years when I saw 13 months of consistent profits, but then it went away. Again, this goes back to what Tom said is that like it was never for him that he felt like, oh, I got it figured out. It's always a constant thing. The market's always changing, right? My strategy literally just stopped working with penny stock breakouts and I couldn't do anything. And it sucks, but now I'm 7 years in. Finally, I'm seeing profits for the first time since then. So this time around, I have twice as much experience, hopefully, twice as much knowledge and wisdom. I'm pretty confident the results are going to come eventually. I'm just going to keep going.